SMT Thermal Discoveries are the experts in thermal processes from -50 degrees Celsius up to 450 degrees Celsius. With highly stable reflow soldering systems, vacuum soldering to reduce voiding in solder joints, whether you need temperature treatment systems with standard equipment or flexible solutions, SMT Thermal Discoveries have the machine to your thermal challenges.
Welcome to the JUKI booth here at Productronica. Delighted to be joined by Bill Astle. Nice to see you again, Bill.
Nice to see you, Trevor. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. So, a couple of nice things to talk about this week. First of all, the new Tagumi head that's fitted to the RS1 behind us. It's a unique head that works in a unique way. Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so the Tagumi head is really taking the world by storm. It is truly the only placement head that can do the entire placement range without any head changes. So internally, we're using our laser align, and it dynamically adjusts for the height of the component. So for small components, we're 1 millimeter off the board, 1 millimeter off the feeders. Tall components, laser align raises, and then we can be up to 25 millimeters off the board. So it optimizes throughput for any part.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are the benefits of that reduction in tack time?
Yeah, exactly. So it increases the speed. It also allows us to minimize head changes, which of course takes time. And we've now leveraged this head on our JM series machine. So the new JM100 is an insertion machine with clinching capability underneath. And so now we have a common head between our insertion machine and our SMT machine. So common spares, common software, etc.
Excellent. So that's the machine over the other side, the JM1, which is used for all the odd form, all the different size of odd form devices.
Connectors, axials, radials, any kind of odd form. But what we found was the large, like electrolytic capacitors, we really do need to clinch those so that they don't raise up over wave solder. So previously we had done some methods in the feeders. Of course, we're always working on feeder technology, both for the JM100 and for the RS1. So it's a combination of head technology, feeder technology, and mounting, let's say, the placement and insertion, and then of course the whole Industry 4.0, tying all the machines together with our imaging system. So it's quite exciting. And then of course we have our SEGI partners, where we have the new towers automatically tied into the SMT machines.
Yeah, you got a lot going on at one time. Just go back to the feeder technology for a moment. Where are you going with that? What's the latest things happening there?
So the latest things is the auto load feeder, which we're bringing to the market for the 8 millimeters, where it will automatically stitch into the feeder with a human just feeding in the original tape, and then for the second tape, automatic splicing is involved there. On the JM100 series, we're working on feeders to, let's say, reduce floor space. Typically, we would have large bowl feeders. We're going to smaller, more compact bulk feeders, for example, and we have a beta site here at the show that we're showing customers in secret.
Yeah, I saw that. So we'll not show any pictures of that, but it's nice to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's feeding and is really, if you can't get the parts there reliably, doesn't matter how fast the machine is or what type of head you have. Absolutely. So, feeding is the Achilles heel of the whole process.
Absolutely. And talking about getting parts to the floor, of course, you mentioned your partnership with SEGI. Now, JUKI, I believe, has taken a larger stake in SEGI. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, that's correct. So we made a strategic financial investment of 49% equity into the new SEGI automation company. So SEGI was tied with a contract manufacturing house, but now they've really separated their own entity. Of course, they developed it for themselves, right? So necessity of that need, they developed it, and now everyone in the market is really looking for that tower. So that partnership has strengthened, of course, our mounter sales, but also those towers can be connected to anyone's pick and place. So you do three things when you build a board. I always say this, right? You move components, right? You do work on it, and you store it. So we're trying to automate all three of those processes, yeah.
Yeah, and I see you're obviously got your AGV system that plugs into that. Have you developed that into your own AGV?
We haven't developed our own AGV. We've worked very closely with Omron, Adept, and you've seen our Hitachi video probably where we have that full installation. So we're still working with Omron here at the show, but we're open to anyone's AGV, whether it's MIR or others. It's just a matter of integration into what we call our elevator module, which delivers those in a kit on top of the AGV. So we can bring them to the floor, from the floor, and then now they have the integrated optical control counter as well.
Okay, well, lots of exciting things going on, Bill. I want to thank you for telling us about them today, and we look forward to catching up with you at Apex.
Thank you very much, Trevor. See you in a few months.
Okay.